What's going on, everybody? I hope you're all enjoying your Wednesday night so far, your Hump Day Wednesday night. This is NYG Jeffy T85 here, and the New York Giants have officially added another wide receiver to their group. As the Giants have officially signed wide receiver Jeff Smith, formerly of the New York Jets, to a contract, and he will be joining the wide receiver corps for the New York Giants going forward. Now, Jeff Smith originally was brought over from the New York Jets. He originally came from the New York Jets as an undrafted free agent, signed by the Jets after he came out of BostonCollege back in 2019. And he's a 6'1", 195-pound wide receiver who has a career receptions list of 34 receptions for 426 yards overall in the NFL, all with the New York Jets. Jeff Smith has pretty much been a guy that's been more of a... He's pretty much been more of a back end of the wide receiver depth chart guy. He's been more of, like a depth piece, if anything. He's been in the NFL for at least about 3 to 4 years. So he's more of a depth piece, if anything. Contract details haven't come out for Jeff Smith, but his best season overall came back in 2020, where he started in 4 games overall and he had 17 receptions for 167 yards, but he has not scored an NFL touchdown at all so far in his career. This is pretty much, to me, just a depth signing. Just a guy they're going to take a chance on. He's still young enough. He's not that old. I mean, like I said, he's only about 25, 26 years old. He's still a young wide receiver in the NFL. So, in a way, the Giants are just doing their due diligence. They're trying to add depth on this team. He's 25 years old. They're just trying to add more depth to the wide receiver core because right now the Giants wide receiver core is as followed. You have Jeff Smith. You brought back Sterling Shepard. You have Wan'Dale Robinson. You have Isaiah Hodgins, and you have Collin Johnson. Here's the problem. Only 2 of those guys are going to be going into the season, or this team right now, healthy. And that right now is Jeff Smith and Isaiah Hodgins. Everybody else in this wide receiver core right now is coming off some type of serious injury. So it does not hurt to bring in more depth and competition. So, the Giants brought in another body pretty much in this wide receiver core. Jeff Smith has pretty much been a guy that can maybe work over the middle a little bit. He's a decent route runner, can create some decent separation, got solid size. 194, 6'1". Give him a shot in training camp, see how he performs, and if he doesn't play well, you can just throw him on the practice squad or you can just cut him. So, to me, this is just really like a shot in the dark, seeing what you can see out of Jeff Smith. Just like Collin Johnson, to me, this is just more of a see what he does in training camp and in preseason, and if he does well enough, you could elevate him to the main roster. This is not by far going to be the finished product in terms of the wide receiver core for the New York Giants. There's going to be plenty of other wide receivers that are going to be coming in during the season because this is still a wide receiver core that is very, very barren. Very barren. And Jeff Smith, to me, he's just a fit 6 wide receiver, maybe 7, depending on how many they bring back on the team. So, this is just like, to me, a shot in the dark. Take a chance on him. Apologize about my throat. Take a shot on him, see how he does, and then throw him out there. If he performs well in training camp and he performs well in preseason, there you go. You have another wide receiver to add to the mix. To me, he's not going to be anything more than pretty much a back end of the roster type guy. Back end, that's it. I think I wouldn't even be surprised if he doesn't even make the roster because, he was pretty much the 5th or 6th wide receiver on the Jets depth chart, but at least the Giants added a little bit more depth to the position by adding Jeff Smith late tonight. So that's another wide receiver added to the core. Like I mentioned, now your wide receiver core at the moment is Sterling Shepard, Isaiah Hodgins, Collin Johnson, Wan'Dale Robinson, and now you add Jeff Smith to the mix. But I'm sure the Giants have another move or 2 up their sleeves for the rest of free agency and, of course, in the NFL draft. Let me know in the comment section what you think about the Giants signing Jeff Smith to a contract. Hit that like button if you haven't already, and give a sub to NYGJeffyT85 for more news, updates, and chatter surrounding the New York Football Giants. I hope all you guys enjoy the rest of your Hump Day Wednesday. Take it easy, and let's go New York Football Giants. As always, together blue, everyone.